There is no great genius without some touch of madness. Adam22 is a legend. Yeah, I said it. And I'm not really trying to boost bro up, but it's true. The absurd amount of legendary interviews and moments alone on his catalog should put him up there as an S-tier podcaster in personality. But I'm not sure if most people view him as such. But before we get into this video, I want to say I appreciate all of you that watch these videos. Y'all all give me the motivation to keep uploading. And for that, I thank you. Like the video and subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. If you're watching this video, you should already know who Adam is, but just in case you don't, he's a podcaster and YouTuber who's best known for being the creator and host of No Jumper.
Coolest podcast in the world.
That's been low-key setting a wave in rap media for a couple years now. He, in my opinion, has one of the best hip-hop minds online. Adam is very well versed in his knowledge of rap music and culture. Like I said earlier, he hosted some iconic and legendary interviews. Let's take a look at some of them, shall we? Including one of the best and only X interviews and all the Little Pump content when Pump was white hot. And not to mention, he has multiple videos with Little Peep in them, which is, like I keep saying this, iconic. Like, I honestly feel that should set him aside automatically to be put in a certain prestige. And he does get that from people who know and understand what his influence and platform has given back to hip hop. But to the people on the outside looking in, he will never get as much respect as Joe Budden or even academics.
Bunch of bums!
And while no disrespect, he's a better natural podcaster than both of those guys combined. I watch a No Jumper podcast and I feel like he's a better question asker, if not one of the best in the medium. Not to mention, Adam literally built a culture just from podcasting. Like, I've never personally seen something like that before in my life. I'm not sure about you guys, but Adam created a lane for himself and kept building until he made a whole highway. I literally searched online for top hip hop podcasts just to see other people's lists, and No Jumper is barely cracking top 5 on most of those lists. Like, are you serious? You think T.I.'s podcast is better? Really? Stop it, man. I was just in my room wondering why exactly is the reason Adam not being looked at as the top guy in his field of expertise. And I think it boils down to a couple of reasons. One is that, again, from the outside looking in, he's looked at as a guy who films himself having intimate time with his girl and others occasionally, and a ton of people don't like that or feel it's weird. And to be fair, you can feel that way, honestly. Adam's gonna be Adam. I think we know that by now. Also, he's not always covering the biggest artists in music. Just because he doesn't have the guy with the biggest hit on his podcast doesn't mean he's not relevant in this culture. He was giving interviews to X and the whole members only collective before they were really going crazy, and I feel like that should be appreciated. That honestly just shows his vision on how he really sees the game. And just because he doesn't have Lil Durk and Jack Harlow type artists on his podcast every week doesn't mean he's any less an impact on rap culture. It's unfortunate, but I do believe some people view him as unimportant. Another reason would be because he's gotten accused of misconduct by some women in the past, which he strongly denied. You can feel a way about him personally, but my entire life as a rap fan and rap media fan, I judge the best of the best by their work. Simple as that. There were no other precursor for me. I personally feel like he makes the most quality podcasts while putting others on. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't know AD and House Phone before No Jumper. I didn't know about Kazumi either. The guy literally came up in rap media by covering the undesirable and unpopular artists from the slums of the underground, and hosted some of the most iconic and informative interviews of all time, while establishing a culture and becoming massively rich while doing it. If that doesn't earn you flowers or whatever you call it, I'm not sure what will. Dude literally dominated YouTube with No Jumper. Now he's dominating OnlyFans. As a guy who posts content surrounding hip hop, I see the guy's effort and how much work he puts in, and it shouldn't be undervalued or underappreciated. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know, and I'll see you in the next one.
We are Fat Nick, all from my college dorm room back in, like, I was 2016. And it was back in, like, the old shop that you guys had and shit like that. So, like, I want to give you your flowers on that because, like, that was such a big inspiration for a lot of, like, what I've created today and what a lot of what we work on here at my show. Right. So first and foremost, I want to give you your flowers for that, man.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's kind of weird because, like, I get that a lot more now of, like, people actually being like, dude, you're an OG. You've been doing this for a long time. Like, since there is, like, a whole new fucking generation of content creators, you know? Yeah. So that's actually been kind of weird to see that transition because for a while there, I was just felt like I was the new kid on the block. Right. You know, it's like, it takes a while for you to start to actually feel your influence that you've had, if you end up even being lucky enough to have an influence, you know?